In this video I'll be making chicken curry. So I have a kg of chicken with me. So it has been marinated with turmeric and salt for about a day. So it's an optional step. So we buy chicken in bulk. Due to that, we generally marinate with turmeric and salt and keep it in our fridge. So it has been frozen and thawed out. So if you have fresh chicken, you can start without this part. So the ingredients that are necessary to make this curry are: you need some salt. So the quantity depends upon your taste. And you need chili powder. You need turmeric powder. You need dhania powder. So it's also coriander powder. And you need cumin powder. It's also called jeera. And you need a bit of lemon and some chilies. So in addition to this, if you have coriander and mint leaves, you can add them as well. So the process is, you add all these ingredients to the chicken in the beginning and let it marinate for around half an hour to 1 hour, and then you start cooking with it. So let's start the preparation. So I'm adding salt to my chicken, added chili powder, added the turmeric, I'm adding the dhania powder, I'm adding the cumin powder, and I'm adding garam masala. I forgot to mention this. So in India and most of the Asian countries, you will find this garam masala in stores. So there are also YouTube videos on how to prepare this. It's actually a mix of multiple spices. It's also optional. Already we have added a lot of spices. So to add a little bit of more taste, you can add this. It's optional, but if you have it available, you can use it. So once you have added all the ingredients, squeeze the lemons. And then let us add the green chilies to this. I have cut the green chilies in half and split them vertically. So I'll be adding the green chilies to the mixture. So once you have added all these ingredients, mix them thoroughly. So once you are done, let this marinate for around half an hour. So while it is marinating, we will prepare the other ingredients for the curry. For the next step, take 1 onion, 2 tomatoes and a bit of coconut, and then separately make pastes of all the 3 of them. So you can cut them into small slices, put them in your mixie, make paste, but they have to be separate. So for the next step, take 1 star anise flower and 2 cloves, and this is the tomato paste, this is the coconut paste, and this is the onion paste, and we need a bit of ginger garlic paste. Put a vessel on the stove and add 6 tablespoons of oil to it. Let it get hot for a minute. So now add the star anise flower and the cloves to it. Let them cook for a few seconds. Now add a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste to the oil. Let it fry for a minute. Now add the onion paste to this mixture. Let it cook for a minute. Add some curry leaves to it. So cook till the onion loses its smell. So onion should get cooked very well. Okay, now the onion has cooked well. Now let's add the tomato paste to it. Let it cook for a minute. Now the tomato has cooked well. You can see the oil getting separated from the paste. Now it's time to add the coconut milk to the mixture. Now cook this mixture on medium flame for 2 to 3 minutes. The coconut has to get cooked well. The coconut has got cooked well. Again the oil you can see is getting separated from the mixture. Now it's time to add the chicken to this mixture. After adding the chicken, keep the stove on medium flame or low flame. Cover the vessel with a lid and let it cook on medium flame for a few minutes, maybe 3 to 4 minutes. So once the chicken is half cooked or 3/4 cooked, we'll add a bit of water so that the gravy comes out. Okay, let's see how the chicken is doing. So it's been around 7-8 minutes since I left it on the stove. So the oil has started separating from the chicken and the chicken is also mostly cooked. So I should have done it a little earlier. That should be fine anyway. At this point mix it. So in between actually I have been mixing the chicken a bit so that it doesn't stick to the vessel and get burnt. So at this point we can add some water to this chicken. Yeah, I have added some water to this chicken. So the amount of water you add depends upon how much gravy you want. So we want to eat this along with dosa today, so I have made it a little more liquidy. So once you add the water, let it cook for a few minutes. I generally leave it for around 5 minutes. So only thing we have to be careful here is we should not let the chicken overcook, because once it gets overcooked in water, it becomes hard. So the softness of the chicken gets lost. So you need to be careful about it. But 5 minutes should be a good time to let it simmer on the stove. At this point we can actually check the taste. So if anything is not sufficient, you can start adding it now. So in this curry looks like some bit of salt can be added. So I have added some bit of salt. So even chili powder also can be adjusted at this point. Okay, so the chicken curry is ready now. You can see the gravy forming and oil coming out of the gravy. So at this point it's ready to be served hot and eaten. So let us garnish it with some coriander leaves. Yeah. So the chicken curry is now ready. So please try it. As you can see, it's a very easy process. If you like the recipe, leave a comment on my channel. Thank you.